Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. Well, this is a ground with an old-school feel to it. Built between 1969 and 74, the Estadio Alejandro Villanueva in the neighbourhood of La Victoria. Going goal! Mbappe, real chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, if that was their intention pre-match, let me tell you, it's worked out very nicely. I think for the skipper to chip in with a goal too is a bonus, but this game has already taken on a real attacking edge, and long may that continue. The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
So, a breakthrough already. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, it's Dembele. Room for a shot. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Hernandez. Played back in. Could cross it here. Defending of the desperate variety. He's got options out wide. It's a clearance, but not much of one. France get it back again. France are taking a simple, modern approach here.
Yeah, but I'm all for simplicity, Peter. If it works, it's good enough.
Goes for goal! That's caused a worry or two.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
And it's played forward. Well played, he saw that coming. Oh, he's taken out, that'll be a foul. And he's cut it out. Tries to get it forward quickly. Fabian Ruiz tries to stroke it through. Looking for space out wide. Dembele. He's gone for it! Not this time.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases the chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Marquinhos.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Mbappe. Fabian Ruiz. Wigan in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Battles to win it back. He's picked him out. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Fabian Ruiz is there to heave it away. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill. Good take by the keeper. He's read that well.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Hits one! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
France are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
And we've reached half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Hernandez. Mbappe. Mbappe. Chance! And it's there! And surely that settles it. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out. Never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
France take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Wigan keep the ball but can't do anything meaningful with it.
They must set the right tone now and give themselves a foothold to get back into this. The next goal is key, and they've got to show the hunger and desire to score it.
Hoists it forward. Well weighted. And it's Dembele. Fabian Ruiz. And once more they can't get through. Now a chance to break. It's got through to him. Hernandez gets good distance on it. There are a few waiting for it. Plays it out to the flank. What an adventurous run from a defender. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
France seemed to have chosen a tougher route through the middle. That was easily read and dealt with.
And here's Dembele. That intervention was... Shoots! No mistake! They're back within reach! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. It's going to be a double change then. Wigan give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Mbappe desperately wants to get on the end of this. Hernandez. Lee Kang-in pings it out wide. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Marquinhos. Lee Kang-in. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Lee Kang-in. Cut out in the nick of time. Well, they could break here. Mbappe. Thuram Ulien. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Look at the defender bombing forward. Tries a shot! Oh, surely! It's in! France grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Forward it goes. Lee Kang-in. Played out to the right. And help's available out wide. And he's there to cut it out. Hoists it forward. Defender's on the back foot. Mbappe plays it forward. Tries to get it forward quickly. And it's got through. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Out-muscled, out-manoeuvred, outwitted. They just couldn't find any way into the game, and they are comprehensively beaten. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. And this is one of the most spectacular new venues, certainly in terms of design. It is the Allianz Parque. Two high-profile, high-caliber teams. This is a welcome event for all these supporters.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive match.
Gets up to head it! Just off target.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Casemiro gets it out to the wing. Rice. Now it's Kane. He's found his man. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Vinicius Junior hits that long. That intervention was very necessary. Saka. And it's Kane. England, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And he's going long. Dinked over the top. Oh, he's got that one wrong. It's always going to be the keepers. Hoists it high. Ball's loose, who's getting there? And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned. And here's Kane. Casemiro. Hoists it forward. Knocks it away. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Casemiro. Beautifully done. Whipped in. Casemiro. Now the counter.
Well, it's a crossing feast here, but I'd advise them to keep a variety in their play to avoid being found out and stopped.
Well, nobody's going to argue with that. Brazil have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. And it's hoisted clear. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior spreads it towards the left. And he's there to clear it. Kane. He's pinged one through here. He gets past his man. Chance! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Brazil break the deadlock.
Well, just listen to the...
There is the half-time whistle. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. One that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. More than decent game up to now.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we're already back underway here.
England need to get the balance right to sort this out.
It's Kane! Oh, that was no routine save.
Kane simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Rice goes looking. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Vinicius Junior tries to stroke it through. Rice plays it out to the wing. England ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Played out to the right. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. England still this single goal behind. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Keeper has beaten it away. Gets it back. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Vinicius Junior decides to play it back. Dinks one in. That had too much on it. sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. It's going to be a double change then. England get it back again.
England showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
Caught offside that time. And it's played forward. A real chance to break. He's through. Shot at goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Played back in. Casemiro.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they? England are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Rice. England are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And it's Henderson. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Looking to break out here. Timely intervention. Pickford sends that a long way. He could be in here. That's surely a foul. Free kick.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Saka is fouled. Jordan Henderson. England have to get it into the box and quickly. Out to the right. Hits one! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
And there goes the final whistle. So it ends 1-0, an enthralling game and an agonisingly narrow defeat. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. There are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. Well, this really is one of the monuments to the history of our game, especially, of course, this Scottish game. It is Celtic Park, Glasgow. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with...
Shot a goal! What a wonderful goal!
What a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that.
Neuer reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great coaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
So, a breakthrough already.
Gnabry really just wasn't...
He's had a shot! Sticks it away!
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Has a goal! João Cancelo goes looking. Cuts it out. And it's Lewandowski. Lewandowski tried to play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Now the counter. So midway through the first half, and it is a tight old tie. Oh, that is lovely footwork. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Now it's Lewandowski. Lewandowski pings it out wide. He has it out wide now. Whipped in. And that has been cleared. Barcelona very keen on the aerial route.
Look, if you're good at it and instructed to carry on doing it, then you find a way of making it work, and they are.
Tries to get it clear. Plays it over to the other flank. And it's Cancelo. Well read, he sorted that out. Now it's Gnabry. Decent looking ball. And he's there to cut it out. Barcelona get it back again. Plays it out to the wing. Has a hit! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That was creative.
No question, that's a foul. Surely a shot. It's deflected over the goal line for a corner. strong punch. Looking to break out here. Lewandowski needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
And here's Kane. And there's a long ball. Timely intervention. João Cancelo. Played out to the right. João Cancelo. Cut out in the nick of time. There's the whistle for half-time. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. So we're into the second 45. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. And the weighted pass, that's a brilliant interception. Kimmich. Guerrero. Gnabry has created one goal already. And it's Goretzka. Lovely bit of skill.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Gnabry. A real chance to break. He's made sure that that won't get through. He gets past his man. Oh, goes for goal! Back of the net! And again they hit the front. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch, sumptuous second. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And here's Kane. Goretzka. Kane. Oh, good ball. Chooses to go back. Gnabry opts to play it back. That intervention was very necessary.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Just has to be done. Well, it's obvious why they're still trailing. They're not enjoying enough possession.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
It's it into the middle. Keeper has beaten it away. And it's Gnabry. And here's Kane. Kimmich. Guerrero plays it forward. Hoists it forward. That's a promising ball. Kane. Gnabry. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, goes for goal! And yes, it's there! And surely now, the result beyond doubt. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Barcelona 2 up and into a position of real strength. Goretzka. Now it's... and the finish! Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. And here's Lewandowski. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Goretzka. Kimmich. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, much worthy industry, but that alone simply not enough. They are beaten by the better side. Your reflections then, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose.
Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. And at the... has a pop! Oh, he did the hard part right, but not the finish.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
And here's Kane. Kimmich lobs it in gently. Ceballos. Vinicius Junior. Well positioned to make that interception. Keeper's got good distance on that. He's made sure that that won't get through. Hoists it forward. And it's played forward. He's picked him out. Forward it goes. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Goretzka. He's looked long this time. That's a brilliant real chance! Goretzka. Kimmich. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Could be a chance here. Has a pop! There it is! Just so calm under pressure.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked a scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead though, they can't afford to sit on this.
Mbappe, it's broken loose. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Guerrero. Kimmich. And here's Kane. In with the challenge. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. So what can they conjure from this one? He's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Goretzka. And it's Guerrero. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior takes the long option. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And here's Goretzka. Goretzka. Guerrero. Now it's Kane. Oh, good take in a good area. Tries to get it forward quickly. A real chance to break. Well weighted. Vinicius Junior. And he's onside. There are a few waiting for it. Ball driven towards the far post. And through to the goalkeeper. He could be in here. He's through. It goes for goal. Oh, what a ball. He's had a goal. Oh, taken with style. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
I just thought he knew exactly what he was doing by feigning to move one way and then readjusting back. Controlled trickery.
Madrid grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Yeah, for me, both sides are strong and well matched, and I think you need to be a good player to be out there right now.
And the first half is done. What it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
Madrid head into the dressing room after a half in which we've seen 2 goals, 1 each, and the game right on edge. Already up and running for the second half. Vinicius Junior. It's come through, and he has been fouled there. And that's been won straight back. Plays it out to the wing. Has gone out. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Forward it goes. Mbappe. And the shot! And in it goes! And the game is well and truly turned on its head!
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
Madrid take the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Vinicius Junior. It's deflected over the goal line for a corner. Tries to get it forward quickly. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And now they can launch a counter. And it's Goretzka. Breaks on here. Mbappe. And he's cut it out. Hoists it forward. And here's Kane. Now it's Goretzka. Timely intervention. Corner given. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Tries to get it clear. Struck first time. No, he's missed it.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
Rudiger. And it's played forward. Mbappe. Gets into some space. Goes for a sweeping cross. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And it's Gnabry. Gnabry goes looking.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Rudiger drives it forward. Just brushed off the ball there. The referee's awarded a free kick. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Oh, well defended. That had to be done.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Attempts to play it through. Cut out in the nick of time.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Alaba delivers a cross.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes. It is just a question of running down the clock now. Alaba. Alexander-Arnold. Hoists it forward. Vinicius Junior. And he's there to cut it out. And that's that. Well, that's bounce-back ability, responding superbly to come from behind, shrugging off setbacks along the way, and determinedly getting there in the end. Would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Madrid were totally organised, disciplined and professional here throughout. They knew exactly what they were doing and duly assured.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. This is, of course, the Maracanã. It is a vast stadium, which many... Has a hit! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Hit long and direct. That intervention was very necessary. Great leap! He will be livid with himself.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Oh, they could break here. Tries a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
France were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Pedro Neto. Now has a pop! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal!
Oh, it's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out, and I suppose it can happen to anyone.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Mbappe has a lot to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Kings it out wide. Chelsea went ahead through an own goal, and it's 1-0. Chelsea are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Pedro Neto. It's gone out for a throw-in. Dashing forward at pace. Hernandez. France going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Could be a chance here, surely.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. back. It's got through to him. Oh, good ball. Chelsea are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Pedro Neto. Good idea, just poorly executed.
Well, it's a crossing feast here, but I'd advise them to keep a variety in their play to avoid being found out and stopped.
Yeah, nobody's going to argue with that. Oh, shooting chance! It just took too long getting forward.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Forward it goes. Well positioned to make that interception. Well, it's got out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. He's not going to get that. Swung in towards the middle. Timely intervention. Chelsea will try it again now. And this could be the final action of the first half. Pedro Neto. And they've been caught out here. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but that still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A really decent game up to now.
Oh, what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Chelsea are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Chelsea going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
Finds himself eased off the ball, and it's played forward. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Pedro Neto. Chelsea are still that goal to the good. Pedro Neto. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. France are making a change now. Back to the keeper and go again. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Ball has crossed the line and it's a throw. Oh, really good feet from him. He's left his man. Goes for the massive leap! Harmlessly behind. Hoists it forward. He's got options out wide. Now surely! Well, that had to be more accurate. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Pedro Neto. And the ball is out of play. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. No question, that's a foul. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Out to the right. It's come, shapes to shoot! He has done it! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Shoots! Back of the net! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, he just calmly faced the keeper and waited. It became a who blinks first situation. And for me, there was never any doubt as to who was going to come out on top.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Good take, and he's had a look.
France are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Going for goal! And the follow-up. He's scored! France are back on level terms. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here. Well, what we're witnessing now just goes against the grain. They're not going to get back into the game like this.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, a game that had everything except a winner. Really watchable and honours even. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, it was engaging.
Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much-anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation. Great leap! Hoists it forward. Mbappe. Hernandez plays it forward. Vinicius Junior. And he's cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Good clearance and very necessary. Out to the right. A buccaneering run from the defender. Cuts it out. Mbappe. Let down by a lack of accuracy. Now a chance to break, and it's played forward. And the counter is on. It's got through, has a pop! Goal! France! And France are in front!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Shapes to shoot! In it goes! Pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on.
And a shot! Goal! France! And they get themselves in front! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? He's through. Well read, he sorted that out. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
France just had to make the ball stick, but came up short.
Valverde. Dashing forward at pace. Mbappe. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Tries a shot! Really well taken goal. They have come roaring back. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Yeah, and he knew all along what he wanted to do, and it's a really great instinctive finish.
This is quite a battle.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Forward it goes. That's sprayed out wide. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, they can break here. Crosses into the area. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Mbappe.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Done very well to intervene. Tries to get it forward quickly. Tries to get it forward quickly. Vinicius Junior. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Chip through. He could be. Goes for goal. Marvellous goal. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
And he's there to cut it out. Away from immediate danger. The first half is done. Madrid come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. And we are up to the break.
Well, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
So what a hot... That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
He's got the ball glued to his feet. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Vinicius Junior. He's got options out wide. Gets into some space. That intervention was very necessary.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
Dinks one in. Shoots! They've done it! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. That was a given. It always was.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
That defence must be sick of the sight of him. He's been persistent and ruthless all game. He just hasn't stopped working.
Madrid take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Hoists it forward. Oh, he's had a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Rudiger. Will be a throw-in. Turam Ulien. Here's the ball. Gets up to head it! It's good distance on it. Good idea, just poorly executed. France are taking a simple, modern approach here.
Yeah, but I'm all for simplicity, Peter. If it works, it's good enough.
He's made sure that that won't get through. And it's played forward. Ceballos. That's a decent ball. It's on, going for goal! It's there! Right back in the game! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Madrid are making a change now. This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key. This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Nicely measured pass. Vinicius Junior. Real chance! Back of the net!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
4 in the game. He is the man. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Two high-profile, high-caliber teams. This is a welcome event for all these supporters.
Yes, Peter, it's a shame it's only and a header!
That's a half-decent try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Goretzka, Kimmich, Goretzka, Guerrero plays it forward. He's come loose. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Goretzka decides to play it back. Well read, he sorted that out. Goes for goal! He scored! He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Chelsea, he's had a goal! No mistake! They are right back in business.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Gets wrestled off the ball. He's had a shot! In it goes! And again they hit the front. Lovely goal. Perfect poise to set himself for the strike. So we have a breakthrough. Now Chelsea have a free kick. Great chance here to level it up. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. He's trying the shot. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Kimmich lobs it in gently. Shade too heavy, keeper can pick that up. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And it's Kane. Goretzka. Kimmich. Now surely. Tries a shot! And another time! Hoists it forward. Out to the right. Oh, nice touch. Time to deliver. Battles to win it back. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Could be a chance here. Oh, he's found him in space. Up for the header. And a second time. And again they're denied by the woodwork. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Goretzka. Goretzka goes up and over. Chelsea are trailing here with the first half almost done. Pedro Neto. Played back in. Is there any support? He might not need it. Both sides a bit lacking in intent. It's the goalkeepers to claim. Could move up a gear here. Goretzka. It's a loose ball. He's real chance! They score!
Well, it's certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Yeah, for me, both sides are...
And the half-time whistle goes. Chelsea come out of a half that has been quite extraordinary on many counts. High-scoring, truly exciting, but neither side able to hold a lead.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. And it's got through. Gets into some space. In with a header! Kimmich. Goretzka. That's not going to make it. Kimmich. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. That intervention was very necessary. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
And here's Kane. Pedro Neto with a good steal, well played. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Pedro Neto. Hits one! And yes, it's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Shooting chance! It's broken loose. Forward it goes. Pedro Neto. And it's Gnabry. Gnabry. Cut out in the nick of time. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Has a hit! He has done it! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
This is quite a battle.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And it's played forward. Gets his foot in there. Kane is fouled. Gnabry. Well played, he saw that coming.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Pedro Neto provides an outlet.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And it's Gnabry. Timely intervention.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Oh, what a ball! Chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Gets the better of his man. Has a go! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! That was a given. It always was.
Kane is the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Chelsea cannot understand what they've done. From a position of strength, they have contrived to lose. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think... He's gone for it! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
Well, that was all about the quality of the ball, wasn't it? It couldn't have been placed any better.
Out to the left it goes. Real chance to break. Hernandez. He's making good use of his strength there. Massive leap! Hit with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Valverde goes looking. That intervention was very necessary. Forward it goes. He's through the middle. Oh, good take in a good area. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Plays it through. Vinicius Junior going through. That's good defending, very good defending. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Madrid still to register a shot on target. Hits one! He's missed, but not by that far.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Mbappe. Hoists it forward. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Vinicius Junior. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Hernandez. And it's played forward. Oh, really tidy interchange. Mbappe. Hoists it forward. Breaks on here. Valverde. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Plays it out to the flank. Mbappe. Looking to break out here. Right through the middle.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Mbappe. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? Valverde drives it forward.
They've been denied a chance.
There is the half-time whistle. So neither team has broken through, but it's certainly not going to want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Already up and running for the second half.
Madrid pretty fortunate not to be trailing at half-time. They've been lacklustre and second best for me. And if ever a situation demanded a telling off from the boss, it's this one. He has to spark a reaction.
Oh, good interception.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
It's a throw in. Vinicius Junior. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Madrid cannot keep hold of the ball. He's had a goal! There it is!
And some players are just capable of grabbing a game by the scruff of the neck, and his immense talent may just have done exactly that and injected the belief that they can retain their lead this time round.
Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Madrid get themselves into the lead.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worth a treat.
Hernandez. Vinicius Junior with a good steal, well played. Here's the through ball. Oh, they could break here. Forward it goes. He's pinged one through here. Hits one! Ball's gone out of play. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Mbappe! And a shot! It's a goal! And with that goal comes comfort. Jim, your thoughts?
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the pasta to pick him out.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Madrid grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Nicely measured pass. Could try cutting inside here. Hit into the middle. Tries to get it clear. How about a shot? More than happy to take the muscular approach. Rudiger spreads it towards the left. Ceballos. It has got through to him. Tries to get it forward quickly. Chance to break. Vinicius Junior. Good idea, just poorly executed. Now a chance to break. Thuram Ulien. And he has been fouled there. Guendouzi receives it in a good position. Oh, he's found him in space. Real chance! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. He's had a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Still a cracking effort. Really looked like a man on a mission the way he went through on goal.
Hoists it forward. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Mbappe. Alaba gets it back. Pumps it into the area. And it's played forward. Rudiger gets into the right position to intercept. Ceballos. Ball's loose, who's getting there? And now the breakaway. Gets the better of his man. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Thuram Ulien. Forward it goes. It's a chance! He scores!
Well, that defence just wasn't expecting their midfield to mess up then, so when they did, they were caught completely cold by...
And that is that. Madrid always looked the more driven side, probably the better side, and nobody is arguing about the result. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Madrid have some very strong runners from midfield, and it's not often you'll see a team be so effective by advancing through the middle like that, but this was very impressive the way they cut through the heart of that defence.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not...
Up to meet it! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. What an adventurous run from a defender. Gets up to head it! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Now, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Gets into some space. And the shot! Movement there, but not the best of finishes.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases the chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Cuts it out. Mbappe not easily shrugged off the ball. That'll go straight through to the keeper. And that could be trouble. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Well, it really is one cross after another.
Well, with a target to hit, why not keep up the supply? It's simple and efficient because they all know what they're doing.
He's had a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Pedro Neto. Neither side yet able to find the net. Forward it goes. He's made sure that that won't get through. Mbappe. Oh, real chance! Oh, shooting chance! Shooting chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
And it's hoisted clear. Well played, he saw that coming. Now the counter. Mbappe. Out for a throw. What a ball this has turned out to be. And it's played forward. Pedro Neto. Cut out in the nick of time. Oh, that had to be more accurate. Timely intervention. Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Done very well to intervene. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Tries to get it forward quickly. And he's there to cut it out. It's being played forward. Chance to break, looks to clip it forward. Hoists it forward. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. That is going to be the final action of the first half. So now the team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. Chelsea head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. So we're just settling back into this second half. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? He gets past his man. Gets it back. And it's played forward. And the counter is on. Forward it goes. Could move up a gear here. Tries to get it forward quickly. Hernandez. And back to base. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Tries to switch the play. Defenders on the back foot. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Decent looking ball. Mbappe has a hit! He's scored!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
France draw first blood here.
Well, we certainly had to wait for it, Peter. Now a difficult decision. Is it stick or twist?
There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Hernandez. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, at the moment, their chances of getting back in contention look slim. They're not exerting enough pressure. Simple as that.
And once more, they can't get through. Plays it out to the wing. France ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Pedro Neto. Mbappe. And it's been taken straight back. Pedro Neto. Shoots!
Chelsea are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Chelsea grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Chelsea surely know by now that they've put so much work into producing the equaliser that they'll...
Chance!
France merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
He's there to receive it. Oh, well defended. That had to be done.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He spotted the run and played him through.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Battles to win it back. It's come loose. He's through. And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off. And there goes the final whistle. A game chock full of moments and talking points. It could have gone either way, but chose in the end to share its spoils. It ends in a highly entertaining draw. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Chelsea can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. Stade Louis II, not one of the biggest grounds, but certainly one that serves up a very unique atmosphere. Two high-profile, high-caliber teams. This is a welcome event for all these supporters.
Well, get ready for some high-grade football, Peter. Two strong teams, as you say, full of wonderful individual talent. And we have every right to anticipate some really entertaining football. As to whether we'll see a high-scoring contest, that's a little harder to predict. I'm not complaining, though, because there are good players everywhere you look around this surface, and that's a fine start in itself.
As you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in...
Header! Well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
France can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Neither side yet able to find the net. Pedro Neto gets it back. Oh, that looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Pedro Neto. Could be a chance here. Big chance! Tries to get it forward quickly. He's through, now is he in?
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Now the counter. Oh, what a ball! That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Hoists it forward. Could move up a gear here. Mbappe goes for goal! Surely that deserved better.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Pesjoker-5-p. Chelsea owning a corner, and the referee concurs. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Chelsea have it back and they can go again. It's a goal kick. Mbappe. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Forward it goes. It's come loose. It's being played forward.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Chelsea head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. And we're already back underway here.
Chelsea can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Pesjoker-5-p. Hernandez breaks on here, and it's played forward, face to face with the keeper. He's had a shot. It's in,
and that has only enhanced his already huge reputation. They were obviously hoping for an early second half boost, but there are a few who can truly make it happen, and this is a very welcome tonic now.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling was really smart.
France take the lead.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off here.
Now, can he capitalise? Shooting chance! Hernandez goes looking. Forward it goes. Chance to break. Ball through needs to be good here. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. Pumps it in. Shoots! No, not this time.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Change being made here, presumably to tighten their defence.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. That's a good ball to find him. Turan plays it forward. Oh, they can break here. Hoists it forward.
Well, no question as to who's winning the battle in midfield at the moment. Some very impressive pressing in place here.
Caught offside that time. Pedro Neto. He's got it, and he's got time.
Chelsea showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Plays it out to the wing. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Battles to win it back.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Has a goal! And the lead stays intact, just.
It looked like he got a bit anxious there when the pressure was on.
It's got through to him.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
He's had that put on a plate, and the finish! Oh, and that should have been two.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe.
Well, if something's got to happen, it's going to happen now.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
And it's played forward.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Has a hit! They've scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that really is so impressive.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Yeah, looks very much like the final nail in the coffin for me, I have to say.
get it forward quickly. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. No joy for the players, nor indeed for the loyal fans. It has ended in defeat. A thoroughly disappointing outcome. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Chelsea really were sleepwalking in central defence, and the alarm just never went off.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried... Mbappe! Marvellous goal!
What a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it...
France have a free kick. France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Hernandez. He's left his man. Good clearance and very necessary. Brings it out wide. Back into the middle. Courtois can pick that up, and the counter is on. Vinicius Junior, Mbappe hits one. That's a good, and the follow-up. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
That's not going far. What an adventurous run from a defender. France are taking a simple, modern approach here.
Yeah, but I'm all for simplicity, Peter. If it works, it's good enough.
Forward it goes. Mbappe tries to switch the play. Oh, good take in a good area. Madrid scored early, of course. And it's 1-0.
Vinicius Junior really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
No foul, says the referee. Played out to the right. And now they can launch a counter. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
Gets away from his opponents.
That's just an example of overcommitting, and they're fortunate for the quality of the intervention. It was vital.
Played into the middle, massive leap! Harmlessly behind. It's a throw in. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Helps available out wide. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. Up to meet it! Decent enough try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Vinicius Junior. Who's ball? Who's going to... Rudiger. Mbappe. And through to the goalkeeper. And the half-time whistle goes. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The goal did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It was very, very tight. What do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Peter, this is far from a loss.
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Mbappe! Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Mbappe has a pop! Vinicius Junior has a hit! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, that defence just wasn't expecting their midfield to mess up then, so when they did, they were caught completely cold by such a swift breakaway and such a well-worked finish too.
Madrid get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning two.
In with a header! Defending of the desperate variety. Hoists it forward. Just brushed off the ball there. And it's played forward. Turns and goes back. Now a chance to break. Tries to get it forward quickly. Vinicius Junior. Cut out in the nick of time. Vinicius Junior! All the way back, and they start again. Valverde. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Forward it goes. Hoists it forward. And it's played forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's through the middle. And the shot! He has done it!
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Changes here from both sides, in fact. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Vinicius Junior. Pumps it into the area. He's had a go! Thuram drives it forward. Well, that goal really has stirred things up. The cat right amongst the pigeons now.
Yeah, Peter, the cushion is gone, and it may get a little bumpier over the next few minutes, but it doesn't have to mean a momentum switch. If they can gather themselves quickly, they could hit back.
Whipped in. That's not going to find its target.
France are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Cuts it out. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Thuram. Look at the defender bombing forward. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Good idea, just poorly executed. Dinks one in. He's got options out wide.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Madrid need to hold on for a few more moments. And the counter-attack is on for France.
But with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Ceballos, Mbappe. Good challenge, he just stood firm. So that's it, it is all over. Madrid win it by the odd goal. Almost nothing in it, perhaps a draw would have felt fairer. But that's the game, and they have won it at the margin. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much-anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Yes, Peter, it's a shame it's only a friendly, but then again, that may help us see a more expressive attacking contest. And I'd be prepared to settle for a clash of lesser intensity in favour of lots of flair, skill and plenty of tricks and a few goals. I suspect I've probably overstretched my level of greed here.
Well, if you did... And the finish! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
A chance that's created through very good grafting. Did well to get in the face of his opponent.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Going through, cut out in the nick of time. Played towards the front men. Rudiger. Cuts it out. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with it.
Goes for goal! Oh, good interception. Vinicius Junior into the channel. It's a brilliant interception. Played out to the right. Vinicius Junior. Driving on, a real charge here. And he's there to cut it out. Forward it goes. Rudiger. Valverde. Madrid are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Well, try as they might, they just couldn't get into an attacking area. It out wide now. Massive leap! And the second time! It's there! He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
Madrid take the lead, 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's got away. Hardly anything between the sides. And the score is 1-0. And he's cut it out. Hoists it forward, looking to break out here. Well played, he saw that coming. There's a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing... Going for goal! It's broken loose. France keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. It's come from real chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
And the half-time whistle goes. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Madrid head into the dressing room, pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. And we're already back underway here.
Madrid going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on...
Tries a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Tries to get it clear. Mbappe. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Nicely measured pass. Has a pop! He has done it! The second half sparked straight into life. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Yes, the turn and finish is to be admired, but what about the sense of urgency and desire to move the ball with shot and goal?
Goalkeeper's ball. Could move up a gear here. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust.
Well, goals change games, and now that clarity has been restored early in this half too, this game could take off in a direction they weren't expecting, and the next phase of play requires a stronger rearguard action from them now.
Mbappe. And now the breakaway, and it's played forward. Forward it goes. Mbappe. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. for a throw-in. Oh, good take in a good area. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Hoists it forward. Ceballos. Mbappe. Can he get this? Oh, that is asking for trouble. Has a pop!
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Vinicius Junior. Ceballos. A chance to play it in.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Mbappe.
Madrid merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Hernandez. Hernandez drives it forward. It's got through.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Mbappe. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way. Added time is up and there goes the whistle. Well, no winner here, but an intriguing game. The result probably a fair reflection. It has finished all square. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Madrid can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.